And we are back for the Android 21 arc. Aren't you too excited?
Yeah, actually, I kind of am. I want to see what the difference is in this one. I'm stubborn. I'm going to finish this campaign whether it kills me or not.
Sam and I were just whining about how long this is taking and how silly the story is and everything.
And how Tarkum's the only follower, but we do appreciate you, Tarkum.
Oh, I love Tarkum. Tarkum and I had a small little conversation today. He congratulated us on 250 subs.
Yeah, thanks,
and
Tarkum.
I appreciate it. He's the main reason why I'm totally fine with just keeping up this.
This is the reason why is Tarkum is 100% because you're the only guy that's watching it.
We do this for you, Tarkum. This is the Tarkum series.
This is the Tarkum series.
No, he congratulated us on 250 subs, and he said along the lines of something along Gandhi, the first steps begin with 250 subscribers. And I was like, yes, I love that quote. That's one to live by. And he goes, oh, that's a like a saying that I haven't heard before. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh shit, because I think he's from France. Mm. If I have that correct, if I don't, I apologize. Or French is his first language, maybe. Maybe he's not specifically from France.
He could be from Canada
or something. Yeah, very well. Very well.
I believe it's the eastern half of Canada is predominantly French speaking, especially I think Quebec. Is it?
Yeah.
Our friend Eric would know, but I have no idea.
I think you're 100% right there, which is also why I think a lot of some of the East Coast on the U.S. too speaks some French too. I mean, think about it with the Bordeaux and all of the southern names that end in like EAU.
Well, if you go to Louisiana too, that's where one of the main French colonies was before we did the Louisiana Purchase from France. So a lot of those places have very French names, French backgrounds, all that stuff.
Well, I'm saying also too, like along with that, I think a lot of it has to do with just the proximity to a lot of the colonies and the way that the French came over and spread some of their culture.
Yes, of course. Sorry, I didn't mean to surprise you.
It's funny.
Oh, she surprised me.
Yeah, we're finally getting a story. Apparently, 18 has been brainwashed, or they've got now the human soul in them. So
right now your soul is inside.
Okay, so we're actually getting plot. This would have been the thing to start the game with.
That's what I'm saying.
Everything's in fucking reverse order.
You know what pissed me off about 18? Like, I like her design and everything. Mm-hmm. Just those, like, weird 80s socks. Like, how thick they are. And it's like, God, those look baggy and uncomfortable. And I know it's a weird thing because I remember a certain point in my life where I just had like the most uncomfortable socks in the world, and I hated wearing socks just because they were like itchy and weird. They weren't made of wool, but they were thick as shit. The elastic sucked. They would always like fall down my leg and then crumple up on my heel and my shoe, and I'd be like, oh God, this is the most uncomfortable thing in the world. I hated it. Now I'm super particular about my socks. So when I see that, I'm like brought back to my childhood looking at it and going, ah, fuck!
Well, you know, it's funny too because you said the 80s, most of Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball was drawn in the 80s.
Mm-hmm. So well, that's why I said on design choice. I get why they do it.
Predominantly all that style is because Dragon Ball Z ended in Japan, I think, around 95.
Yeah. Well, 18 has the jean jacket too.
Yeah.
And she has the very 80s style.
Yeah. Jean jacket with the like stripes on the like arms. Like, God, I love her design. It's fucking punk as hell.
Yeah, she's got like that punk 80s look to her.
80s punk.
Or like the early 90s.
Which
even
makes you wonder about Android 17. Were people running around with scarves back then and there's like jeans?
I don't know. Maybe it was I don't remember his design truthfully.
He's got like a black t-shirt with long sleeves underneath it.
Orange scarf?
Yeah, and an orange scarf, but like the short sleeve shirt with the like undersleeves, that was definitely a thing. Because I remember that being a thing when we were kids still.
Yeah, I mean, I still wear that kind of.
Yeah, but it's not as predominant as it was when we were kids. Like it was, everyone did that.
Layering's always in style.
Layering is always in style.
You know, I had a fucking stupid ass shirt that I think it was my mom got it for me when I was a kid. It was a layered shirt, like a t-shirt over a long sleeve. But it was just the sleeve stitched into the shirt.
They made a bunch of those. I even had one of those too.
I thought it was the weirdest thing, man.
It is because
I wore it a lot, but I just thought it was fucking weird.
I mean, the whole point of it was to keep you warm, and like that does just give me a long sleeve shirt then.
Yeah.
But it's the style, and we do live in Cali, so maybe it's like, well, we don't really need the extra warm.
Well, exactly. You take the function out of it and you keep the form.
I feel a lot of that came from like the hip hop and like New York scene. Or like you actually do need to stay warm there
East
because
Coast
during the
style.
winter in the East Coast, it's fucking cold.
Hell yeah. Well, the layered style is a very like cold weather
Yeah.
style of
Something that we
we don't get to do a lot of it.
Californians, we don't have to do very often because it usually never gets that cold.
It hits 40 maybe sometimes.
40 is considered
30,
really chilly for us.
32,
Yeah.
like where we are at most, which Fahrenheit is 0 Celsius for 32, because that's freezing temperature, right?
Yeah, certain parts in California, if we were up at Tahoe or up in the more northern area, yeah, it gets really cold over there. Or if you're like by the coastline,
Oh yeah.
like it gets
Wind chill.
wind chill. It gets fucking cold, especially living like Monterey or like Santa Cruz during certain parts of the year.
San Francisco during the winter can get a little cold too.
San Francisco's not too bad, but it depends on where you're at in San Francisco. The buildings block a lot of that. If you're like right by the water, yeah, it's
All I could think
chilly.
about is being by there in a boat.
Yeah.
And that's why I was always like, fuck, it's cold. Like you get those ocean winds coming in on you,
Yes.
and then you're always wet because the boat's going around splashing on the waves, so mist is coming up. Like making your beard or mustache kind of crinkly because you're like, oh god, it's cold. See, look at that. That's tight. I like that outfit.
She doesn't want that outfit anymore. She's not a fan, I guess, anymore of that.
No, I think they just put her in her like small clothes. Now she's gonna probably go back to her clothes. I mean,
Yeah.
I didn't read. Maybe did she just say I don't like those?
I just skipped past a bunch of it.
Okay. We don't need too much of the.
I
backstory at
apologize
this
for
point.
anyone that future watches this. If you were really interested in the dialogue here,
We're not the channel to do that though.
yeah,
We're not a commentary-less playthrough.
Yeah.
We just have vapid comments.
yes, pretty much vapid comments
Over
that
the
have
top.
no context and are usually on tangents and usually have nothing to do with whatever is actually going on. Our friend
Chapter 2.
Our friend who finally started watching us a couple months ago said, "Yeah, it's funny. You guys are playing these games and holding on whole conversations that have nothing to do with anything that's going on in the game. You're talking about like theoretical theories on like art and science
theories.
and theories of theories, and you're like just going off all these tangents." And he's like, "How do you keep your concentration?" I said, "Well, we don't. That's why we die a lot."
You know what I noticed too? You and I tend to have more like outside of game commentary in
Yeah.
conversations. And oh god, her boob!
Oh no, not her left boob.
Also,
I knew
I'm
that
very
one.
distracted all the time.
Yes.
But Mike and I generally have more commentary based on the game.
Yes, I think that's also because we pick more story-based games for the most part. But in general, I know most of my insight comes from just, hey, I'm talking about other stuff that I know. Like to be, I don't know, not vapid most of the time, or try not to be. I don't even know what vapid means. Vapid.
Vapid means kind of like how I learned it is that it sounds a lot like vapor. So
Yeah.
it's something that's insubstantial, something
Right.
that has no weight to it really, something that okay, cool, I get to see him. Something that kind of is like it's just kind of like what's the word I'm looking for? What's the word I'm looking for? Kind of like not drama, but gossip. Gossip is very like vapid kind of commentary.
That's what I was getting from the context of it, but I didn't know how to define it. So like, I should probably find out the definition just in case.
Yeah. 17 looks like maybe he has the scarf kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because like maybe it's like a punk type deal, kind of like
Look at those
revolutionary.
socks
Like
covering.
I know they always piss me off, dude.
Oh man.
Maybe it's supposed to be like revolutionary, like I need this at all times. It's a fashion statement, but it's also like I could go to riots or like
Cover it up.
raves could be my raves could be fucking
He's a graffiti tagger, that's why he has it.
yeah, just different shit, But he definitely seems kind of like 80s, 90s punk. They kind of look like. Which I don't know if that was the same time in Japan. Maybe it was more 80s punk for the US and then 90s punk for Japan, and then it got really pop culture-y. Link you up? Do you think he has a USB port? Is that how he
Yeah,
links?
USB port. I mean, you can just open up his chest plate, and there's just a bunch of like knobs and buttons you can turn, and one has like a USB port, and like there's an SD card, and
Floppy disk.
he's got a floppy disk thing, just in case if everything else fails. He's also got a CD-ROM drive and a Blu-ray player.
Solid state.
Solid state's in there along with the new stuff as well. He's very old and new tech all at the same time.
Hey, you gotta have your bases covered. So it sounded like what was happening now that I'm understanding a little bit better is that 21 is slowly losing herself to like an evil side.
Oh.
Like she was saying earlier, she's like, we need to hurry, and she's like, or it'll be too late. And then from seeing the other arcs,
now that the story's actually getting interesting, I'm so like out of it. I'm like, I don't care anymore. I just want to get through this game.
yeah. Which makes sense why she was so fucking crazy sounding later in the game. Remember we were making fun of her. She's off her fucking rocker and all this other stuff. Maybe that explains it now.
18 is helping out and why 16 and why 17 were willing to help her out.
Yeah, they're trying to save it from happening or something. Is that her real voice?
Yeah, that's her real voice. I love 18's actor. She's great. She's got like a nice bravado to her.
It's a good voice, but I wasn't 100% sure because I guess I thought I remembered hear her talking different. My memory's not the best, so.
I mean, the only ones that have changed since the original Dragon Ball Z dub by Funimation, from my knowledge, is Bulma has changed and Gohan has changed. So it's not the same Gohan, which is a bummer because the original Teen Gohan / Goku, who does the Dragon Ball dub, she's phenomenal. Like, she nails Goku so well, and she does Gohan perfectly. I really don't like the new actor they got for Teen Gohan. It's even higher pitched. And it just doesn't feel like a boy. It feels like a girl.
You said it was Goku also?
Yes.
Hasn't Goku always been what's his face? Savant?
Chris Shamel? Sean Shamel? No.
I don't know his name.
Sean Shamel does adult Goku, but predominantly for children and cartoons and anime, they're usually done by women because they get the higher voice range.
Yeah.
It's very rare that a male will do a child.
I've seen a lot of that. Isn't Tommy Pickles a female? Isn't Bart a female?
Bart is a female.
Which is funny because we're filming this on International Women's Day.
Yeah!
And we're in a very female-oriented arc right now.
Oh, hey, I didn't even think about that. It's pretty good.
Although this won't be coming out on International Women's Day.
No, it will not.
But
Happy International Women's Day, guys.
yeah! You kicked some butt there.
Yeah, you did.
Who'da thunk? The first battle you get in this arc.
Which it's gone back to super stupid easy too. So hopefully it picks back up.
Well, we're definitely further in the story is where we're starting, which is kind of nice.
I like that 17 went and got his old getup back, and like instead of like wearing new clothes, he starts making fun of his sister. Like, how could you wear that? You're a little too old for that, don't you think, sis?
Is that what he said?
Yeah, he's like, you've been wearing the same shit for about 10 years now, dude. Fucking get it together.
Hey, black stays in style, man. Fucking shirt.
But wearing the
and you can't complain about orange.
That's true.
You love orange.
I do like his look, so I mean, he does have orange, which is just an
God.
That's how I like most of my characters. At a certain point when I got older, I realized, wow, pretty much every character I like has orange in the thing. I liked 16 because he had an orange mohawk. I liked 17 because he had an orange bandana.
16's hairstyle is pretty tight.
Yeah, 16's pretty boss. And
Or wait, that's not 16. 15?
No,
the guy,
16.
the mohawk.
16. 15.
Oh yeah, you're right. 18's the
Android
one.
15 was from the movie, and he actually had, when he went and absorbed in the other androids, he turned into Super 15 or something like that, or Super 13 or whatever, and he had an orange, like, spiky Super Saiyan hair.
Is he the clown? Or which one was the clown? 14?
The clown was 19, and Shiro was 20.
Oh shit.
Oh, so this is what happens.
Yeah, she's gonna hug me, you beautiful bastard.
So
okay, so it does make sense.
Then?
I have no idea. Maybe she was released. I don't know. She kind of just appeared. I don't think it really stated.
I don't think we've gotten that backstory yet.
16.
Jesus, what the fuck just happened?
I don't know.
Look at that smug smirk on his ass. Goddamn.
Yeah, I want answers too. Can you finally just tell us what's going on?
Yeah,
now?
where'd you get the Dragon Balls? How'd we come alive? When did you go to Namek? Were they not Nameki and Dragon Balls? Where'd my nose go? Not your nose. What's his name?
17?
17? Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened?
I know they all got numbers. It's kind of hard to figure out who's who.
Well, I'm trying to remember. I remember 18 because I was like, okay, 18's the woman, and I could never remember any of the guys' ones because I was like, well, is it 15 or which one is what?
Which one is who and what now? And
I think I just remembered because 18 is when you become an adult.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, that's the lady
so that
one.
Means
what are the other two?
Age and 18's okay.
Well, I didn't mean age-wise. I just remembered that's a big age.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, 18 is the one that is the female. How do I remember structures for the other ones? And I never really remembered that much other than, okay, I just know that the big orange-haired guy comes before the other ones because he's less like human, he's more robot.
Yeah.
But that was the only structure behind their names that I could ever remember.
Yeah, I always remember their names just because I was so obsessed with Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
I think it's funny that she probably had a real name, but she still prefers to go by 18.
She did have a real name because they were humans at
Yeah.
one point. Now they're androids, so they had to be humans. They had to have a backstory or something.
You would think that they would have referred it to their old names after, like they would have been preferred to be called by their human names and not their android names.
Maybe it was wiped. Maybe, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe, well, because I think they had to volunteer.
I don't know. They were kidnapped by Dr. Gero.
Oh, they were?
Yeah.
Oh,
They were
okay.
taken against their will, which is why they killed him right after being released. They're like, fuck you.
Oh, I thought they like volunteered to have like their memory wiped, and it was like some
No.
sad backstory.
Well, it would be sad. They were just two kids that got like taken off the street.
Yeah,
like-
I thought they maybe like did something wrong, or they had some like really bad backstory
Yeah.
where they were like, instead of like drinking your memories away and just kind of self-destructing, you would basically like, hey, let's wipe my memory clean. Kind of, what is that? Sunshine of the Spotless Mind?
Oh yeah, the one with Jim Carrey.
Yeah, I didn't see it, but I know that was
Good movie.
that was a theme where they like keep wiping their memories or something.
I don't think that was Spotless Mind though. I think that was something else because I think that movie was dealing with something else in that.
I don't know. I didn't watch it, so I just thought that was it.
I remember watching it, I remember liking it, but I don't remember anything about it, honestly. Which is funny. When that happens, like, oh man, I like that movie. Well, what happens? Like, I don't remember.
I don't know. There's so many movies.
So many movies I've watched.
So, looking at Ginyu now, I remember seeing a cutscene where Ginyu refused to jump into the body of Cell during one of the cutscenes
Yeah.
because he looked too frog-like. I was like, okay, that's funny.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, but we never got it because I mean, in the villain arc or whatever it was,
We were never using Ginyu.
we didn't use Ginyu while you guys fought Cell or when you guys some kind of thing. I heard that is cheap as shit.
Oh yeah.
That explodey technique.
Yeah, 16's apparently boss as shit in this game.
Well, because he can instant kill anyone.
Pretty much with a long enough combo, yeah, he can.
No, but I mean like his self-destruct instant kills. I heard.
Oh yeah, but it also takes him out too.
Well, it brings him down to 1 HP, but that means
Yeah.
if you can bring it down to one person, fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, then you just do it.
Yeah, pretty much.
The only counter is that it takes a little while and it's got like a weak ass jump animation.
It's too bad 17's not a character in this. He's an assist for 18, but it would have been nice if there was like a swap feature so you could play as 17, even if it was like the same moves as 18.
I like 18. Story-wise, she's more developed than him, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Like,
Did he?
18 became a character. He didn't die. Like, he's still alive in Dragon Ball. He actually comes back in Super, and they give him some kind of character development because they realize, like, oh man, we kind of ignored him. We didn't really talk about him at all in Majin Buu. We just kind of forgot. It's kind of like Launch. Launch appeared in Dragon Ball. She's a huge main character. Dragon Ball Z came around. She's in one episode, and then she's gone until the Majin Buu saga again.
Launch is she a pink hair?
She's the girl that has blue hair that when she sneezes, she has blonde hair. And then like
Oh, that's right. She
Tommy Guns and
transforms,
stuff.
kind of like Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I mean, we're gonna have to talk more about that, Mr. Jekyll and twins and Cell's weird crotch plates next time.
Weird back cod piece.
Yeah, weird back codpiece. Next time on 10 More Minutes.
Yeah, bebop. I thought he just had like an ass carapace. I didn't know he had like a backwards codpiece also.
if-
I know his front looks like that.
Right. If he just takes that off, is that how he goes to the bathroom? Is that what it is? He just has to remove it like a jock,
I don't think he
like
eats.
a cup?
I think he just absorbs energy
guess.
through his
So just
his
like,
dick spine.
He just like